GM, everyone. Hello and welcome to another Developers Guild. My name is Mike Pawel and I am the DevRel at Solana, Superteam Germany. And today we have an exciting guest. We will namely talk about coding with AI. And not only that, but about NoahAI, which is a team that just makes it possible to create smart contracts and fully fledged apps on Solana. And what you will learn today is how to build Solana apps just by chatting. So you don't even have to make a setup. For all of you who watched Dev Guild a couple of weeks ago when we did it all through code, you don't need it today. We will talk about how to go just from the idea to a dApp in like literally just minutes. And we will get a demo today, and then how to turn your build into an opportunity, basically. So without further ado, let's introduce Sparsh from NoahAI. Hi.
Hey, hi, GM.
GM. Yeah, nice to have you here. We had a project before, which was dev.fun. Do you know them?
Yes, I think they do build applications, but from what I understand and what we figured out was basically they built the front end part of it with the wallet connection, but they don't build any Solana programs, or you can't actually integrate different protocols into your application.
I see. So what you basically do is the whole concept of like doing smart contracts and also the front end and wallet interaction part. Is that right?
Exactly. Yeah. So what we do is we build the Solana program for the user and also the front end, and they can link them together. And like the best part is that the users don't have to download or install anything. They don't have to check their console to like run any commands. It's pretty easy. You can compile the code right from the web app, and also you can run test cases, see if all the test cases are passing, and then you can deploy the Solana program directly from the web app.
Yeah, that's great. Like the aspect of having to make all the installations. I knew that we did it once in Berlin, and it always takes so much time just to
Yeah.
set up your device. So definitely there's like a
Sure.
huge
I
burden
actually,
I see for
yeah,
beginners.
sorry.
Yeah.
True, exactly. Like this happened with me as well when I started using Cursor. Cursor, like no doubt, it's a great tool, right? If you know what you're doing and if you're a developer. And but even with that, like what it does is it basically uses these existing models like Claude or GPT. And the issue with those models is that they're not trained to build anything on Solana, right? Claude can build really cool things uh, on React, right? And it can also do some really good backend development, but when it comes to building something on Solana, it's actually a nightmare. I spent $60 in 4 hours just to install all the dependencies so that I could run Solana programs, and I had to go for the $200 plan. And I just figured out, okay, it's going to be a nightmare for let's say anyone who wants to like build something on Solana.
Yeah, that's definitely right. And like, what's the plan for today? Do you have some the dApp deployed, or just walk us through what the audience can expect?
Sure. So what I'll do today is I'll show you how you can build complete applications, right? You can build, let's say, the front end part, the back end part, and you can how you can link them together. I'll show you a couple of other cool features that we've added in Noah as well. And yeah, I think by the end of this, I would say video or live session, you can build Solana dApps yourself.
Sounds amazing. I will just leave you to it for the presentation. If people have questions, I can like either interrupt you or do it at the end of the talk, however you would like to do it. Just let me know, and then we
Sure.
can start.
Cool. I think,
All right, then I'll put this up
yep,
here.
now it's visible.
All right, if you have any links that you want me to share, you can put it down in the private chat, and I can display it as a QR code or as a chat there.
Cool. I'll share my Twitter link as well for Noah, and everyone can just go there and follow us. We have something really cool coming up that we'll be announcing next week. So just make sure to follow us on Twitter as well. And cool, I think there's a QR code. So guys, basically like what I've heard is that a lot of from a lot of super team members that like they were using Lovable to build apps on Solana. So it's kind of similar to Lovable in a way, but it lets you build complete blockchain applications, right? So, and it's the same user experience. The problem with Lovable is that, and some other tools, is that you're not building anything on Solana. You're basically building a Web2 application. There's nothing that you're building on Solana with a tool like Lovable. It's a good tool, but not for Solana, not for building on Solana. But what Noah does is, like Lovable, it builds the front end for you, and it also lets you build the backend, which is like the Solana program, and like then you can basically integrate the front end with the backend with the help of prompts, so you don't have to code anything yourself. And what I'll do is I'll start with the web app. So I'll just select what I want to build. I'll come to this part as well later on. This is a new feature. But yeah, so in the web app, we'll try, let's build a meme coin launchpad. I already have one Solana program deployed. Like deploying Solana program actually takes time. So like we can actually use the pre-deployed one for now. And yeah, I'll just show, like I'll tell you what all these buttons mean, right? But I'll just enter a basic prompt. So you could actually use this much, but like what all other features you could basically use is this thing, which is enhance prompt, right? So I'll just click on this and you'll see what happens. So what it does is it uses your prompt, enhances it so that it's able to explain to the AI like how exactly it should build. Most of the time, if you give it a vague prompt, right, like the one that I wrote, it will build something really cool, no doubt about it. The only thing is like it might add something that you don't want in your web app, right? And it could like build something randomly. But I think with this thing, it works really well. And so it just explained the like what I want to build exactly with the core features. It also gave a visual reference and some style guide as well. So I'll just remove this. You can actually use this, but I just want to show you another feature. So I'll just use that. And like these are different themes that you could use. And I'll just go with this one, modern minimal. I haven't tried this one, so let's go with this. It's blue and white theme, so we'll just go with that. This is basically for random ideas. If you don't know what you want to build, just click on that. It will generate a prompt for a random idea, and you can ask it to build that. This is the one that we like just used, enhance prompt, and this is attach image, right? So what you can basically do is you can take a screenshot of, let's say, a design theme that you like of a particular web app or website, and on, let's say, from Webflow or Framer, and then basically you just ask it, you can ask it to copy that design theme, and it will just copy just the complete design theme for you of that particular web app or website. Now what I'll do is I'll just click on enter or this button, and it will start building the complete app for me. Now we just wait for a minute or two, and yeah, I think in a few minutes it will just build the whole front end for us. And I'll tell you about the other like features as well that you can see here till then. So you can basically download the code. You can also share it on X or other social media, and by generating a public link. Then there's the setting feature as well, and I'll come back to this later on. With deploy, what you can do is you just need to link your Gmail account. So what we do is like we just link your Netlify account, and what happens is like you just then you're able to host it publicly. So if you want a, let's say, specific domain, you can actually create that. When you click on deploy, if you don't have your Netlify account connected, it will just ask you to connect it with your Gmail or Google account, and you just need to sign in with your Gmail, and then you're good to go. Like it will just deploy it there when you click on deploy. And okay, I think it might take a minute, so I'll just show you this feature as well. So what happens is like when you click on these things, like we've integrated these different protocols, and so you don't have to integrate it by yourself. Let's say if you want to add a bridging feature, right? So let's say if you want to allow your users to bridge some tokens from, let's say, Ethereum to Solana, you can add dbridge to your app. So you can ask it to create a page with dbridge, right, integration, and it will allow users to bridge their tokens from different chains to Solana. You can also integrate this thing, which is Radium Launch Lab or Radium Swap. And with Radium Launch Lab or Radium Swap, like with Swap feature, you can actually swap any token on Radium in the backend, but like they'll have to do it. They'll be doing it from your web app or website. And after that, like you can actually integrate CoinGecko APIs as well to fetch token prices, Privy for social login. So if you want to provide your users features like they so that they can actually create a blockchain account or Solana account with their Gmail, they can actually use Privy. You can integrate Privy, and just a heads up, like the Gmail login doesn't work in this one. Once you deploy it, work, but it still works with email login. So I think it's there's an issue with Sandbox, like they don't allow this feature in Sandbox, so that's the issue. But everything works perfectly fine when you integrate Privy. Like just the Gmail login, if you want to test it, deploy it somewhere and then test it, it would work fine. And there are different other, like some other protocols as well that you could actually integrate. I'll come back to this feature when we start working on the demo. So it built the web app, and let's go to this. Okay, there's some error. We can just simply click on fix with AI. It's pretty normal. So guys, if you get this error, don't be scared. You just have to click on fix with AI and it will fix the code. It's done. Cool. So it's ready. So as you can see, I just created this app. Like you can actually do a lot more stuff here as well. So if you want to change, let's say, style of a button or icon, right? We have this feature. So you don't like it for, so it's easier for you to explain how you to like how you, if you want to edit basically a single thing in the app, right? So let's say if instead of this, I want to change it to, let's say, change this to launch to launch your coin in seconds instead. It will just edit that particular part of the code. So the best part is that like you don't have to explain it in depth, like which part you want it to edit, like you want the AI to edit. And yeah, it just did that. You can basically ask it to add some new features or like effects to your web app as well, right? And like if you want to add a different effect on hover, change the color of some buttons, maybe add some effect on this thing, you can actually do that. It was just a basic part. And so I'll just show you this thing as well. So I built a meme coin launchpad, and it's the same thing like I built front end, right? You just need to give a prompt to Noah. That's it. It will. It was basically a meme coin launchpad, which works in a way similar to Pump Fun. And like once it writes the code, you can just click on compile to see if it compiles. And then when you go to test cases, right, if you want to, because the best thing, like what it does is it also writes test cases for every Solana program that you build, right? And the reason for that is you need to make sure that there are no bugs in the code, and if every method works properly, because when you start integrating it into your web app, you need to make sure that the method that you're calling, let's say for example for launching meme coin, it should work properly, right, when the transaction goes to that particular smart Solana program. And it just tested everything. It just checked if the initialize config method works, the launch token method works, if it's able to buy token with a low price, with a high price, until it reaches target, and then it just finalized launched. And we have these other cool features as well. So you can basically download your code, check your deployments once you've deployed it, and you can also generate audit report, right? So like I'll just show you how it works. So it takes a while, because what it does is it goes through the code and like it figures out if there's any security vulnerabilities, right? And which could result in hacks or some other issue. And it just tells you that. And then it creates a pretty detailed PDF that you could use. And you can also use the same thing to feed it to Noah and fix those things as well. So it will take a minute because it's generating the whole PDF file. And what we've done is we've trained it with a lot of existing audited code that we got from our partners. and the public ones, like the public available ones as well. And we use that to fine tune a model. And I would say this is where NoahAI shines as well, because it's able to build Solana programs that works pretty well, right? Like it's able to build code that compiles and also passes all test cases. Whereas I would say even with Cursor, when we tested it with Claude and GPT-5, they took 40 to 80 attempts in order to, I would say, build something or make something work, which Noah made it work in, let's say, 1 or 2 attempts. So let's just wait for a while. I think it should be able to.
Regarding the model,
Yeah.
which one did you use, or how did you train this model?
So we fine-tuned DeepSeek R1, and we used a lot of like existing code as well. And on top of it, we had to write close to 300 Solana programs to fine-tune this. And Solana Foundation asked us to do a benchmark score as well. And yeah, like this was the same example that I was telling you about. So basically, what Noah was able to build in 1 or 2 attempts, it took like Claude 4 and GPT-5 almost 40 to 80 attempts to build. And even after that, like I think if you use Cursor, right, what it does is it just tries for a while. And if it's not able to fix those test cases, it will say, okay, perfect. Okay, one test case is passing. So it's good to go. You can actually deploy it.
Right.
But
Okay.
yeah, actually here you can actually test everything. And yeah, like it just created an audit report. You can see like it found some bugs, and I could use it later on to fix that as well. I'll have to copy it or download it. We're also adding this feature so that you could use the bugs directly from the audit report, and like the prompt would go in the prompt. So Noah could basically fix that for you. And we partnered with these audit firms. What you can do is like if you click on these links, you'll go to we've added different Telegram usernames as well for POCs of these companies, audit firms, and they'll give you a really good discount after you've raised funds. But the issue is that like not everyone could actually get their Solana programs audited or smart contracts audited early on, because it's pretty expensive, right? All these audit firms will charge you tens of thousands of dollars, any audit firm that you go to, right? And with this thing, I think you have a basic audit report that you can use and share it with the community. And the I would say the whole the best way to launch something on Solana or any other chain is that you launch it on testnet or devnet first. Make sure everything works properly, right? Share the program with your community as well, right? And you can actually do a bug bounty program and reward the developers or like ethical hackers to see if there's any bug in the code, right? They can help you out with that. And once you have some users, once you make sure that okay, your product is market fit, then you can actually raise some funds, and you could actually then use those funds to get the program audited and then launch it on mainnet. But it's pretty good audit as well. You can actually use it till then. Otherwise, like the other option is that from what we've seen is someone vibe coded an app on Noah, and they made really good money from creator fees from pump fund, and they're now using that money to basically get their Solana programs audited. So this is already deployed. Now what I'll do is I'll just go to.
Question there, because like I see you have the whole mechanism, like you have the front end, back end, smart contracts as well, and then auditing. Is there a way,
Yes.
let's say, to just use the auditing as an API or some, I don't know, SDK or something in combination with your existing code? So for example, let's say I do my own code, I write my smart contracts and everything, but I just would like to have this AI to check for the auditing. Is it possible?
Yep. So yeah, so we're actually this is a new feature that we're launching in the next version, which will be launch most probably next week or next to next week, right? Early next to next week. So you'll be able to connect your GitHub repo, and you can ask Noah to review that Solana program for you, and it will create the same PDF like it created right now. I'll also show you how easy it is to deploy. It takes some time. So, but yeah, so we're working on that. So it could be deployed pretty quickly. You can actually download the key pair if you want to upgrade the program later on. And yeah, like most of the times, a lot of our users got confused a while ago. I think this was in the first week when some users told us, okay, they don't know what this means, right? And also in case of Solana, or let's say anything that you're building on chain, right? A lot of users don't understand that, say, if they think they enter one soul, right? It's one lamport, not exactly one soul, and you need 1 raised to power like 10 raised to power 9 zeros to basically that is equivalent to one soul. So a lot of users get confused. So what we've done is like when you try deploying something, it will give you an idea what exactly you need to enter. So fee BPS is the fee that you want to charge, right? It says enter trading fee percentage. 200 is equal to 2%. So let's say if I want to charge 1%, I'll just enter 100. And like if I want to charge 0.1, I'll just use 1. And like a 10. And let's say if I want, like this is the treasury address, right? Where all the fee is collected. So it also shows me that, okay, I need to enter my address, right? So I'll just use my phantom address where I'll receive the fees, and I'll just click on next. And then like after this, you can just basically deploy it on DevNet or mainnet. So in order to deploy it, this is the key pair that you can download, right? We don't store anything on our side, so it's best if you download the key pair. And like it's showing you how much it will cost to deploy this on DevNet. So you can basically, most of it, like what we've seen is most of the time the like airdrop call doesn't work. So what you can do is you can basically just go to any Solana faucet online and fund this account. You just need to transfer some DevNet Soul, and that's it. And it will deploy that for you. So which is basically free for you, and then you can deploy it on Solana.
And how
Now I'll just go back. Yeah.
I just wanted to say that how to get the DevNet Soul and everything around your wallet. Look in our YouTube channel on Superteam.de, where I showed the whole process there, and then you can see how to set up your wallet as well. Just wanted to point out there. And one thing is, we got a question a couple of minutes ago, which was from Sipt, telling you that the agent is amazing. And he's asking if it will be free, or is it free actually?
So you get up to 10 free prompts to test out the app, and you're able to build the front end and the smart contract. And the deployment doesn't work in that one, but it works definitely in the paid plan. And so, but yeah, what we'll do is we'll basically come up with something for the super team, right? And I'll share some, like I think we can come up with a code, and which gives Superteam Germany some discount, really good discount when they go for the paid plan. And then you can actually go for the paid plan and spin up something really cool using Noah.
Very nice. Do you maybe afterwards have some kind of website that you can walk us through to also show the pay plans for the people and explain how it works?
Sure. Yeah, I think after the demo, I'll just show you the paid plan, like how many credits you get in each plan.
Sounds great.
Cool. So yeah, I think currently, guys, this is just, I'll just go to launch now, right? And I'll just enter something, let's say some random name, random symbol, right? And I'll just use this. Let's just skip this. It will just, cool, because nothing is going on chain, so no transaction was created, right? And it just showed that, okay, that particular token is created. Now what we'll do is we'll integrate the Solana program that we've already deployed. So okay, I'm on the right screen. Cool. So I'll just go on this. I'll just select the Solana program that I deployed a while ago. It will show all my deployments here. So the best part is, like, once you deploy the Solana program, you don't have to save the addresses for the config address as well, or any Solana program. Noah basically stores that for you. And I just need to click it on this. I just need to click on integrate. Oh, yeah. 1 second. Didn't do that. Cool, it's here. So I'll just ask it to add the Launchcoin method to the Launchcoin button, right? So whenever someone clicks on Launchcoin, the transaction goes to like this thing, the Launchcoin method in the Solana program. I'm not sure what the exact name is, but I'll just call it Launchcoin. Cool. So what it'll do now is it will integrate that particular Solana program, and like it will figure out like, okay, what all like accounts it should pass, and what all details it should pass for that particular method call, right? And it will create the whole script so that whenever user wants to interact with that particular Solana program, they can do it with the help of this web app. So like this is how you build a Solana program or on-chain application. The code that you want to build should remain on Solana, right? It stays on Solana. It has to be deployed on Solana, and the front end is only used to interact with the web app. Sorry, the Solana program that you deployed on Solana. So it is just a means of like interacting with the app that you deployed on your Solana, like on Solana DevNet or mainnet. Now we just wait for a while, and then we can test it.
Maybe in the
By the way, did you guys face any issue with like the recent AWS issue?
Us personally, like I just was coding at the same time, deploying something on Vercel, which was also bugging. Not sure if Vercel was one of the AWS or used some of the AWS providers, but this was down for some reason as well. But besides, it was like quickly fixed, right?
Yeah. For me, so basically we got an error. I'll just click on fix with AI. But yeah, I think I'm not sure if Twitter uses it or X uses it. Last night I was facing this issue, which was basically seeing the latest tweets and all the tweets that I was seeing was a few days old or like at least 18 hours old. That was the minimum. So only the people that I was like that I had a notification on for, or like those were the only tweets I was able to see through the notification section. But cool, it's ready. So let's just deploy something. Let's just okay. What's this network kind of? Oh, okay. I think it's an issue with RPC. Yeah, I think we were getting a lot of issues with RPC today. DevNet RPC. Just enter some values here. Let's just click on launch coin. Okay, yeah, I think it will. Okay, something else. Me retry this. I think there was some issue. Now we're facing some issue with AWS. Well, let me see. Just adding random data. But yeah, like basically, I think I'm not sure what the issue is. Bosh account. But yeah, like it basically integrates it for you so that you could send the transaction on DevNet. Let's just wait for a while. So it's able to fix it. Okay, account was incorrect. Cool. I'm not sure if you guys can see my Phantom wallet now. network. Oh yeah. Field transaction have already been processed. Okay. Ah, okay. I think let me just see if it's sometimes this happens. Cool. So guys, like that's in I think yeah. So I think what Phantom does is it sends multiple transactions, right? If the first one fails, so I just sent a transaction which was sent 23 seconds ago, and yeah, like the one that I sent, and it just minted 1,000 tokens. Currently, we're facing some issues with the RPC, the public RPC. I think that could be the issue. But yeah, apart from that, like it basically what it did was it linked the Solana program that you deployed with the front end application. And when I wanted to like deploy or launch a meme coin, it just took all the details from me and it called that method in the Solana program with all the details that I entered in that form. And I'll show you this cool feature as well. One second. So there's this new feature that we launched recently. Developers were basically using Noah to build games, and so this is a game that I built using Noah. So if you want to build games as well, I think you can use Noah. We'll add functionality so that you could link or let's say add some Solana program to the game. So basically, let's say if you want to like charge users for every game, right? Or if it's let's say something else related to the competition, you'll be able to add a Solana program in the backend as well. So users could basically deposit some funds and play that game. But let's say if it's related to fantasy sports or anything related to prediction, you could actually still do it. You don't need a game for this, right? You could build a front end for I would say let's say even for a let's say for fantasy football, right? You could actually build an app where users are able to select team players, right? And like after the match, you could actually declare the result as admin, like all the other apps do, right? And then you could actually link a Solana program, which in the backend stores all the funds, and users will be able to deposit the funds and also claim the funds depending on the result in the end. Cool. So today it's working weird. Okay, I'm pressing space. My bad. But yeah, I think it just built this in one single prompt, and you get this enhanced prompt feature as well. I think I just asked it to build the bike racing game or something, right, with some hurdles, and it just added all of these different elements. It built a whole 3D game for me. Cool. So yeah, guys, if you have any more questions, okay, I think I had to share the pricing with you guys, right? Just give me one second.
Let's go into that and then answer some questions.
Invoice. Usage plan. So these are the different plans. So in free plans, this is 1 million credits, but basically like it's not exactly credits. You get up to 10 free prompts. So, and in the $30 plan, you get 20 million credits, which is enough to build, I would say, a lot of applications. I think you basically get similar amount of prompts, more than 200 when you're using Noah, right? And it, like just to share this, so when you build an application, right, then you basically use a lot of credits. The reason for that is like Noah has to write a really long code, right? Like it's so many thousands of lines of code or hundreds of lines of code, and that's why it uses more credits initially. But when you're editing some things, like it will use very few prompts, sorry, very few credits. And this is a premium plan, which is basically you get 50 million credits for 50 USD. And you can also build mobile applications with the help of, like if you go for the premium plan. So I think if you have any questions, basically answer that now.
I'm seeing now that we don't have further questions now, but what interests me the most here now is as like I started as a developer before AI, and I still tend to do some of the work by hand, not all by cursor, of course. So is there a possibility to also download the entire code or like put it on GitHub for collaboration with other people, or is it
Yeah.
strictly bound to the website?
So currently, like how it works is like the code will remain here, right? But later on, once you've built something, I think the most difficult part is that which you're not able to build on Cursor is the Solana program, and also this thing like the web app and linking them together. So I think what you can do is like once you've linked them together, you could download that code and maybe use that, maybe use Cursor on that if you're a developer. I think that would be the best way to go. But also, I think I forgot to show you this feature as well. So I think if you're collaborating, then that's the right way. And after the GitHub integration, you'll be able to like once again, yeah. So after the GitHub integration, you'll be able to like use your GitHub code as well. And just to show you this feature again, so you could basically do this as well, right? So kind of something like Cursor. Let's say if you want to edit a particular line of code or some logic in the code, you could add this here in the chat and ask Noah to edit that logic or that file.
So, but just to be clear, there you have an option to download the entire code base, right?
Yes.
Okay. I think that would be like important for some people out there. And yeah, that's great. Like what I've seen today is like you have a very powerful tool. What I like the most is that you can directly integrate the fee structure. Can you maybe tell me more about this? Like, is it automatically always applied into the system that you built, or is it like some extra add-on? Because I personally have never worked with like smart contracts and the fee basis there. Can you tell me more about that?
So you're talking about the trading fee, right? The feature that was there in the Solana program.
Yes, the thing where you said you can do like 1% or however percent you want.
Yes. So it's basically just a prompt, right? So like you can just ask it to do that for you, right? And that's the most important thing, right? So the best thing with AI, like you said, right? So it's completely different from how a developer used to code, right? Or someone how someone used to learn how to code. And it's just that like you need to figure out what you want to build, right? And for that, maybe you can use ChatGPT or any other free LLM. It doesn't matter which one you use. You just need to figure out what exactly you want to build, and then once you have that figured out, right, I think you just need to share it with Noah. So there's this other like influencer as well, KOL as well, who recently built something on Noah, and his token went up to 1 million on Pump Fund. He was live streaming that, and the thing is like he was a bit confused about staking, right? So what we did was like I basically helped him and to tell him like what are different types of staking, right? And like the LP staking or different like staking structures that were being used in the last bull run by DeFi projects. So I just told him about that, and what he did was he just he was chatting with ChatGPT, and he was able to build something which we built in EVM on Solana using Noah, and it was basically passing all the test cases. It took him, I think, 10 minutes to basically do the same thing, but it was crazy. Like, so once you know what you want to build, you get the final product right there. The AI basically does everything for you. And the most exciting part or important part for me is that to like make sure everything works before you deploy. And like I think by default Noah writes I think 7 or 8 test cases, but he wrote up to 25 test cases to make sure everything works properly. And it just told Noah to add these test cases. And yeah, it was pretty crazy. Like it was basically testing everything. So like the staking that he went with was basically let's say if you deposit one token, you earn another token, right? And you're earning X amount of tokens every second, right? So let's say there's a pool of 100,000 XYZ token and you have ABC token, you deposit ABC, and let's say I deposit ABC and you deposit ABC. So basically, like depending on our share in the pool, we keep earning a portion of those XYZ tokens every single second. So it was like he shared the code with me, like the project with me, and it was basically testing if the correct amount is being distributed every single second. So it was pretty crazy.
I see. Well, to me, it's crazy how far you can go by just like chatting with AI nowadays. Like the product that you presented, didn't know that that's possible, but now we know that you can completely do the whole mechanism like directly through your browser. It's yeah, developer jobs are
Yeah, I was a bit scared, I would say, in 2021, to be honest, when I saw 2022, I think when I saw ChatGPT,
Mhm.
and I just knew that okay, if they start working on this, I think they can build something really cool, right? And it might be scary, but to be honest, what I think is it will just onboard a lot of developers or like builders in the space. Now the whole let's say when you started learning how to develop something, right? Let's say whether it was on any EVM chain or Solana or in any other coding language, right? The only thing that you used to study was, okay, these are the variables, these are the data structure. This is why I should use this particular programming language, right? And after that, the most time-consuming part was uh, writing the code yourself, right? You had to write each and every line of code yourself, right? And then you used to learn everything by building more complex and complex applications, which used to take days to weeks to months, right? And this is what I would say AI is taking care of. Now you could actually learn something really cool. Let's say even if you want to build something on Solana, right? You could actually figure that out maybe in a single day, right? You can ask ChatGPT to explain everything to you with a course, and you learn everything using that. But the coding part, you actually delegate that to a tool like Noah, and it basically builds everything for you. So you don't have to code everything yourself, but you get like you're able to figure out how exactly everything works, right? You exactly know what you want to build.
Yeah, like totally. It's more of the part of a developer is not more like understanding everything from a low level perspective, but more of a top level perspective. So instead of the developer, you be like the product owner, like knowing what to know, like how to create the thing, and just like the product side, more of the hardcore development, which
Exactly, yeah.
yeah, it will make you learn also things, maybe not the developing part itself, but like the top level, which is also important.
Exactly. Yeah, I think yeah, that's what you need to know. For example, like even if you're building something on Solana, you don't care about the consensus algorithm, right? As a developer, you just care about okay, like if I'm building on Solana, what are the benefits I'm getting? Let's say in case of a lower transaction fee size throughput, right? And then you start, and also like the community that's there, and the TVL it has, and how many actual active users are there in the Solana ecosystem or on Solana chain, and then you just build what you want to build using the coding language that you know.
Well, but that also depends on like what kind of developer you are. Like, let's say you are a researcher at Ansa, then you probably care about the consensus algorithm and how to improve it. But like, this is something else. We are talking
Yeah.
about like more consumer apps and stuff like this.
Yeah,
So totally
exactly.
agree.
Yeah. For infra tools, I think it's not the right tool, right? I don't think any tool is, and I think you need to have really good development experience if you want to build any infra tool, right? Or let's say, like you said, right, if you want to build a chain, or let's say with a better consensus algorithm, or let's say L2 for Solana. So that's different. But yeah, I think if you want to build consumer apps, which I would say is the key component, right? We all saw that Pump Fund brought so many users to Solana, and then they actually stayed on Solana. I think that's the most important part, right? We saw so many chains do that. I think last year and even this year, and but the trend or the hype only lasted for a few days, and everyone just went back to Solana because they believed in what Solana is doing, right? And they understand how Solana is better than other chains.
Exactly. When we talk about consumer apps, NoahAI is, for me personally, like so advanced that like I'm afraid of those kind of developer roles getting mitigated. But before we don't forget, we have a question again. Like it's about building games, for example. Can I add existing assets like WebGL? Also, could I add existing contracts from Solana, like to check if a wallet has a certain token or NFT?
So what you can do is like these features, we'll add it like soon. But what I would say is that let's say currently you can build an app, right, or just a website, right, where you're checking the balances. So if you're building something on web app, or if you want to integrate the Solana program, what you could do is you could actually build a web app like I built, right, with some Solana program. Or even if you don't want the Solana program, you could just use this in the prompt that it needs to check if the user has X amount of tokens, right? And so once it does that, so basically you can redirect that user to the game. But yeah, like in the next few weeks, we'll add this feature as well. So you'll be able to add a Solana program to the game, just like you were able, just like I showed you, like you're able to link it with the web app, and also add these other cool features, which is basically checking token balances, or let's say NFT holdings or something else for every user. But like for now, you can just create different pages.
So what you're saying is that in the future you can integrate it with different smart contracts, but for now you would have to create them again, or like from scratch, or how exactly?
Yeah. So for now, I think what I can tell you is that you could basically, it could be like the structure could be like you have a web app, right? And let's say a website basically, right, for your game. And you can showcase the user's token balance when the user connects their wallet, and like check everything. Or if you want to add something else as well, like maybe a Solana program, you could integrate it if you have any idea regarding that. And then you can redirect the user, or like add the whole game to another tab or another page
I see.
that you build using Noah.
All right. I don't see any questions now, but I will just leave it up for a couple of minutes. And wanted to ask you personally, like, how did you come up with creating this application? Because when I think about like training a whole AI model to work, and for the complexity from what I've seen today, it seems to be like a massive project. Can you tell me like how you went from a startup phase to what you have right now?
Sure. So the thing is, like, we launched on Solana. Like, we had another application before, right? That has almost more than 1.5 million users, and like it was basically solving a really big problem in the EVM space. I won't get into too much depth, but like we weren't getting enough support from EVM chains, right? Although it was a massive problem for those chains that we solved. But when we launched on Solana, so we got some, like, Solana Foundation supported us a lot, right? And we just realized the difference that, okay, I think Solana is the place to build if you're building something, right? Building something on chain. And we wanted to build this thing which is quite trending right now, right? So basically, like, meme coin launchpads were trending back then. We wanted to build something where users actually build really good apps, right? I would say DeFi apps, NFT RWA, DeFi apps on Solana, and then they raise funds for those particular projects, right? And we actually, like, one of our investors actually connected us to some development agency on Solana, because we didn't have much development experience back then. And the issue was that they were charging us a lot. I think it was 25 to 30 grand just for the same thing, right? Just the meme coin launchpad Solana program, not the front end, nothing, with basic test cases and the audit report that they would generate for us. And then, like, okay, we agreed to do that, but just before we were going to sign the agreement, one of my friend needed help with the same thing, right? One of he had his own development agency, but he wasn't building anything on Solana, but he had a project. So I connected my friend to that person or that development agency, and they turned out to be a scam, to be honest. So it was like crazy, and luckily we saved our 25K. My friend, I think he lost 5K, and not much. Like, even 5K is a lot, but not 25K. But yeah, so that's when, like, we had to, like, do this ourselves. Like, we had to develop a product ourselves, and for that we had to teach our developers how to build. And we saw this, like, I think by then we were a bit late, but we saw this issue in the space that so many EVM projects wanted to move on Solana. And the first idea for Noah was basically you just upload your Solidity smart contract, and it will convert it to a Solana program that you could actually deploy and use it in your application. But after that was built, we started working on this UI part as well. We saw that, okay, we could actually use existing LLMs like Claude to build amazing UI, right? And the web app part. and use Noah LLM to basically build the Solana programs and integrate that. So yeah, that's how we build a complete application, and like to make it super easy for anyone to launch their idea on chain on Solana. And like it's so easy, like honestly you just have to prompt. I haven't coded for a while, to be honest. I used to be a developer, but it has been years. But it's so easy. Like I don't actually write any like a single line of code with Noah. On Cursor, using different LLMs like Claude and GPT, it's a bit difficult. But to be honest, like they're good in other categories, right? If you want to build front end or back end. But let's say if you want to build Solana programs and integrate that into the web app, it's a nightmare, and you end up spending much more in comparison to what you do on Noah. And like on Noah, like the same thing that this agency was charging me, the agency was charging me 25 grand to build the same thing, right? Even less than this, right? Because there was no front end and no integration part. And Noah actually did that in just a few prompts. So you spent less than $2-3 to build the same thing. And if you have any other crazy idea as well, you could actually just discuss that with Noah or like with ChatGPT and build the same thing on Noah.
It's really crazy what you can do nowadays. Like definitely, like when we're moving that fast, like just like ChatGPT came out a couple of years ago, but still like the developments when we came from just like asking AI to answer some questions to now like having no AI, it's really really wild.
Exactly. I think the only thing now left to do is just get more users to build on Solana. And I think the meme coin trend should end now if they don't add any utility to the coin. But I think it's better to like invest in coins. Not a financial advice, but honestly, like it's better to just invest in coins that are actually building some product that could generate revenue, right? Or that is helping the ecosystem in a way, in comparison to just investing in some funny names. Or you could just ask those funny coins with some really good community, like with good community, to actually build something on Noah, since it's so easy. Earlier, like you used to spend like so much money and so much time as well, right, in order to build something. But now it's so easy with the help of like tools like Noah.
Yeah, like it seems to be so fast that people who didn't work on any hackathon projects yet can even jump on the train now, use NoahAI, code something in a day, do a pitch deck, and then be ready for submitting next week.
Exactly. Yeah. I think, yeah, it's super easy. Also, like if you guys want to, you can actually check out the docs as well. So it's on the Noah website, and like there are a couple of other things that you could use. For example, if you want to upload an image, right, or let's say if you want to launch an NFT, right, so you actually upload it on IPFS instead of just storing it in your DB. So we've added some products or links that you could use. So they give you free storage of up to 5 GB, which you can like basically use in your projects. Just check out the docs, and I think you'll be able to build something really cool. And I think you'll learn how you can, or how or what you can build on Noah.
I'm just checking, and I see we don't have any questions yet. And you mentioned something that you have some perks for Superteam Germany. Is that right? Or do you have any alpha that you can share on top of what you've already showed today?
Yeah. I'll share the alpha. I think you can share the. I think we can give Superteam Germany a really good discount. We'll share the discount code with you guys. Mike will share it with you guys. But I think what we're also planning is like we'll be doing a hackathon, a vibe coding session. Vibe coding sprints, and or all the Superteam Germany members could basically participate and build something really cool. Who wins will get a really. I think we've already allocated the amount, but I guess Mike will share it with you. You can win thousands of dollars just by winning that hackathon. And on top of it, we've partnered with CDFI, a Launchpad, and that has invested in more than 100 200 projects and over $200 million in total. So you could basically, like, if you win those hackathons, you get a really good chance of getting funded by CDFI. We've partnered with them, and they're really interested in investing in vibe coded projects now. And they also understand that the only thing that is left to do, or like the most important thing, is just figuring out the problem that you need to solve and implementing that with AI tools. And yeah, so make sure you participate in the hackathon. We'll share all the details with you guys really soon, and Mike will share it in the group as well. And you can just simply use Noah to build something really cool, and you can directly submit the project from the Noah web app. You don't have to go anywhere else.
Sounds amazing. I will definitely share all the links through our Telegram. So if you did not join yet, join through our website, de.superteam.fun. And then on the Developers Guild tab, I will share all the discounts that you will share me, Sparsh, later on. So keep in touch, look out for it, because I personally think the tool is very great. Speaking from a developer's perspective, it will save you so much time. So I'm also looking forward to it. Maybe I will try it myself. Super hyped.
Cool. Awesome. Thanks, man. And guys, like if you have any questions, you can join our Discord and Telegram as well. And yeah, we'd love to help you out if you're building something for the hackathon or like anything on Solana.
Do you have the link so I can show it up just for a second?
Sure. So the link that I shared, so this thing. Okay. So if you go to our Twitter handle or like our web app as well, you can find all the links there. But let me just on the trynoah.ai, you just need to go to the like footer, and you'll find all the links there for Discord, Twitter, and other groups.
So this is the Try NoahAI QR code, and then we have the link below, so you can check it out there.
Let me just share my screen to show you guys. Cool. So you can just see all the links here. You can just go to Discord, Telegram, or Twitter. And yeah, if you have any questions, just ask us in Discord or Telegram, and we'll help you there.
Amazing. And with that said, yeah, thanks a lot for this. Also from my side, thank you very much, Sparsh, for showing me and us what you can do with AI and with NoahAI in this case. It's always so crazy to see what you can accomplish with just like without having coding knowledge at the moment. And yeah, thank you very much for joining this Dev Guild. I hope you guys enjoyed it as well. And I will share the new discounts and details later on in through our channel. So keep looking through our trenches. And with that said, take care and see you in the next Dev Guild. Bye-bye.
Yeah. Thank you, guys. Thanks for having me on the live session.